Hey, what's up, guys? So this week is SEMA. It's a convention in Las Vegas where a lot of companies like to announce some brand new products. Now, I'm going to be flying out here later this week, but before I go, I wanted to share with you guys a quick preview as far as some of the things that we can expect and some of the things that I'm going to be looking out for when I arrive at the show. And so with that said, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Now, as always, SEMA is going to last 4 days, Tuesday through Friday. That said, this year Tuesday is Halloween, and I definitely want to take my kids trick-or-treating, so I'm going to be flying out first thing Wednesday and staying through Friday. I've got a lot of companies that I want to see and new products to take a look at, and those full videos and interviews will of course be shared here on YouTube. If you want quicker updates before the full videos have gone live, you can follow me on social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're going to be sharing quick updates at the show floor and some stories as well. So you can take a look there for faster updates. And so with that said, let's go ahead and start first with radar detectors. So there's two main companies that are going to be at the show this year. We've got Cedar Electronics, which I guess is both Escort and Cobra, so it'll be 3 companies, as well as Uniden. I don't see Whistler or Valentine or Redenso or any of those companies at the show. It looks like we've got just Escort, Cobra, and Uniden. Now, starting off first with Escort, I don't know if they're going to be announcing any new products. I hope they do, of course. That's always fun. Maybe one of the biggest things that I'm curious to talk about is the new Redline CI 360C, their new custom-installed radar detector and laser jamming system. It'd be nice to take a look at that system, get a quick hands-on, and talk to some people at Escort to learn more about that system. And then as far as Uniden, they're going to be at the show as well. We'll have a chance to take a look at the R9, which I've already covered in a video. I know they're working on continued updates and whatnot, so I'm curious to see kind of what they have to share as far as maybe things moving forward with their current products, or if there's anything new that they have to share as well. And if there's anything in particular that you guys would like to know about, you'd like me to ask for you, definitely let me know down in the comments, and I'll save maybe some of the most interesting and helpful questions, and I can ask them at the show and share that here with you guys on video. And then moving on to dashcams, as usual, we've got a lot more dashcam companies showing up than radar detector companies. First off, we've got Blackview, and they've actually announced earlier today that they're going to be releasing some new Starvis 2 dashcams. They're going to be different variants of the DR970X called the DR970X Plus, and they're releasing 3 different models now. And this is something I'm really interested in to see if Blackview can now finally catch up with the competition when it comes to video quality and not lean so much on just the cloud capabilities. So this is going to be something that's going to be launching, it looks like next year, early 2024. But it'll be nice to finally learn a little bit more about these new dashcams, and I'm glad to see Blackview's actually stepping up their game in terms of video quality. And then as far as thinkware, they've got the U3000, which also has a Starvis 2 sensor. I'm actually working on my full review of the U3000, and in fact, before this video, I'd actually been working on a big comparison with the U3000 and the DR970X and some VFO dashcams to dive more into the video quality, but it looks like, I guess, with the new Blackview dashcams coming up, I might scrap that whole video or do it without the Blackviews altogether until it comes out. Yeah, part of, I guess, testing stuff. But either way, the U3000, I'm working on my review of that, so it'll be nice to have a chance to talk with thinkware about it. And they've also got a new dashcam. They recently released the F70 Pro. It's an upgraded version of their entry-level dashcam. It's a 1080p dashcam for around $100 that has their energy-saving mode for the long-term parking recording capabilities. And so, of course, we'll have a chance to talk about thinkware's latest dashcams as well. And then moving on, there's Nextbase. They like to do these really creative dashcams, and they just announced their new IQ. Which seems to have some advertised smart AI capabilities. We'll kind of have to see to what extent they actually have AI built in. It's a really pricey dash cam. It starts at $500 for their 2-channel front interior 1080p option, and then $700 if you want to get it with the 4K front camera. And then if you add the rear camera, that's another $200, so it's going to bump you up to $900 to get a 3-channel dash cam. So I'm really curious to see exactly what they're doing here that justifies this high price tag. They seem to be, again, focused on AI and whatnot. I've seen some mention as far as them using radar, though I haven't seen it actually on their official announcement, so I'm curious to see if it's implemented and to what extent. One feature that they're actually showing is the fact that it's going to be able to show you the speed and distance of different cars that it's recording as well. So again, I'm curious as far as how this stuff is being implemented, whether it's using radar, whether it's using computer vision, how accurate it is, etc. So this is a dash cam that I want to spend some time kind of diving into the weeds and learning about some of the details as far as exactly how some of these features have been implemented, because again, Nextbase, they like to do a lot of really creative and interesting features. And so I definitely want to stop by and take a look at this new Nextbase IQ. And then CarMate's going to be there this year too. They've got a booth this year, and if you guys remember from last year's video, they do some of the 360-degree dash cams. So we'll take a look as far as some of the new stuff that they're going to be offering. And then FineView is going to be at the show as well. They've got some dash cams that also advertise some different AI capabilities, but on their website, they do advertise the fact that they have a low defect rate. And as much as I like to focus on all the bells and whistles and crazy new features, that's definitely fun to kind of take a look at the bleeding edge. I also like the idea of just a solid, reliable dash cam that maybe isn't the latest, greatest tech, but is going to always record when you need it. I don't know if Find View kind of ticks that box, but it's something that I've been keeping an eye out for more lately, that I'm curious to see if there's more dash cams or manufacturers that can specifically check this box. Similarly, Voogera is going to be at the show as well. I've seen them in the past. Their dash cams, again, don't have a lot of like crazy bells and whistles or the latest and greatest tech, but if they're also going to be optimizing more for like reliability, and making sure that it always records. Again, I'm not sure if that's the case. That's just something I remember from previous years. But if it does actually live up to expectations, that could be an option as well of like having a dash cam that's, again, very reliable. It just always records when you need it. So that's kind of something that I'm going into the show with here in my mind as we start taking a look at these different types of dash cams. There's also companies like Vuroid, or Vuroid, not sure how to say it. They're going to be at the show as well. And then I'm sure, as always, there's also going to be a lot of different no-name companies that show up. I'm always looking for stuff that's like the most interesting or is something specifically different and unique and a significant improvement over the millions of other dash cams that are on the market, you know, whether it's features, video quality, reliability, etc. So going in, looking at dash cams, that's some of the main stuff that I'm going to be looking out for. And then finally, as far as stuff that we're not expecting, well, of course, I don't exactly know what to expect. I don't know if, all the stuff that's going to be announced and shown at the show. So if there's anything else just interesting and cool, I'm definitely looking forward to learning more about that and sharing all that with you guys as well. So if you haven't subscribed already, definitely do that. And you can hit the notification bell to find out exactly when all the different videos start going live from the show. Again, let me know kind of what you guys are thinking as well. If there's anything in particular as far as products or manufacturers or anything like that, questions that you guys have that you would like to see me keep an eye out for when I'm at the show. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video.